Welcome to Steelers Live. I'm Lyndsay Petruny. This was the Steelers' final practice before their first scheduled day off from training camp. It was a bit of a wet one out there today, but it cleared up just in time for practice. Dale and Wolf are standing by on the field for the practice report. Guys.
Thanks, Lyndsay. I'm Dale Lolley here with Craig Wolfley. And Wolf, we've gotten to see a little bit of everything today. A little 2-minute offense, a little backed up offense, and we got to see a good bit of defensive backs. They were working the end zone drills down there, and it made me think about this team is pretty deep at that position because no Morgan Burnett today, again, partial participant. No Sean Davis today because of getting hurt yesterday. Artie Burns had to leave with some kind of undisclosed injury. We'll find out from Mike Tomlin after practice. It doesn't look to be major, but a lot of young guys in this roster that are exciting defensive backs.
Well, there's no question. I mean, this is the opportunity for these young guys to come up and take a shot at the big time, essentially. I mean, you know, you get up there and you get in the grill of Antonio Brown, and you get in there and you're all excited, and all of a sudden he's gone, and then you're like, but it's a great learning session for these young guys when the veterans are out of the way, but they can still coach you up. And it's important that the older guys stick around because all the stuff that you can gleam off, and this is where the young guys, I remember always going up to some of the older guys that were watching, and say, what do you think? What do you think? It always is helpful when you got some extra pairs of eyes on you.
Yeah, and Terrell Edmonds talked about that the other day, actually, talking to Ben Roethlisberger, in between sessions and things, saying, hey, what can I do to be better as a safety? And we've seen him pick Ben Roethlisberger off now 2 days in a row. He got another one today.
Yeah, Ben might not be giving him so many tips here in the future, just because on account of. But certainly, you like to see Terrell Edmonds and let him stretch himself a little bit, get out there and compete. And he's looking right now. The one thing I will say that I find fascinating was he closes better than I thought he could. I mean, when you see him gapped out on a guy and chasing in hot pursuit, but all of a sudden that ball's in the air, he makes up time and he gets after it and he closes that distance.
He does, and Ben Roethlisberger then chewing out the receivers after that, this play after that for not finishing off their plays a little bit. I think he was a little ticked off because he threw that interception.
He's been very active, especially this camp. He's been active in talking to the guys. He's active in coaching up the wide receivers. He's active in pointing out the routes and everything else with Justin Hunter in the back of the end zone. I remember Justin pushed off a little bit, well, maybe a lot, but the point was Ben immediately said, you didn't have to do that. You don't have to extend your arm. You got the reach. We've got that window. Take that window when you're curling around the back and coming along the back of the end zone. Play that back line, use that length, use that height, get upstairs and catch the ball.
Yeah, it's been interesting. This is actually the second day in a row. It looks like he's a full participant. We haven't seen that in a couple of years, but I think coming in a little bit lighter this year has helped him, make him feel a little bit better, make him feel a little younger.
I think that's the key. I saw him last night with his wife and kids.
That'll make you feel young too.
Yeah, and he's Dad's out there. Hey, the one thing about it, when you got babies, the thing about it is you're a hungry ball player because you want to go out there, you want to win, baby, and that's exactly when you see him out there. You see him scrambling around, and I don't know, maybe he got some of Tom Brady's avocado ice cream that he's eating or something. But the fact is, he looks youthful. He looks quick. He's moving around, and I'd have to say that whatever weight loss he dropped, it looks very good on him.
Absolutely. Back up to you, Lyndsay.
Thanks, guys. Coming up, we'll hear from the Steelers cornerbacks and the progress Artie Burns is hoping to make in year 3. We'll be right back after this break.
Don't miss Steelers Family Fest, featuring a live team practice at Heinz Field on Sunday, August the 19th, starting at 5 p.m. Enjoy the Nickelodeon Worldwide Day of Play areas, as well as prize giveaways, alumni appearances, and Sembelli fireworks after practice. That's Steelers Family Fest, brought to you by Neighborhood Ford Store and SiriusXM. Check out Steelers.com for more.
Welcome back to Steelers Live. Intercepting Roethlisberger's passes doesn't happen often at camp, but Artie Burns has already picked off Ben and Landry Jones in the first 3 days of practice. 2 years in, the Steelers corner knows his third year will be a critical one. Going up against the NFL's top wide receiver on a daily basis is definitely no easy task, but early into camp, Artie Burns seems to be up for the challenge.
That's to be expected. You know, this isn't his first time up at Latrobe, so I just think those are reasonable expectations in terms of his performance, the consistency of it.
Just want to get better every year. You know, I feel like, you know, me, myself, and the coaches, you know, they will keep seeing progress, you know, so, you know, me getting my hands on more balls, you know, that's progress.
I think it's always good to have a guy that you feel like you can put on the #1 guy, but that's how I feel. I feel like that's what I've been doing my whole career, and the same thing is Artie. He wants to be the #1 guy too. So just having guys that feel capable of it and confident enough to do it is half the battle.
Entering his 3rd NFL season, Burns knows the expectations are high, but it helps to have a veteran that's been in the same shoes.
Having a veteran guy in your room that got to the level that everybody want to get to, you know, you kind of sit back and think like, oh, that guy, you know, he's there, so what can I learn from him to get to that point, you know, and that's what Joe's doing for us, you know. He helping us, you know, he helped us on certain situations he's already been put in to help us out and be like, yo, you could do it like this or you could do it like that. You know, that's what he's been doing for us.
I'm just trying to just show him the way I go about my business and just working hard. And with this training camp, this is one of the biggest parts where we can see growth, see what the off season did, and just see what you can do. This is no OTAs or nothing like that. This is real ball. So everything's wide open, and I just got to go out here and make plays. And hopefully Artie, I know he feels the same way. We're just going to come out here and try to do the best that we can, especially versus this offense.
If this defense is going to reach its full potential, the secondary will need to be at its best, where coverage and communication go hand in hand.
There's no blown coverages. I feel like if we have a man on the man, if they make a play on us, it is what it is. You know, they're going to do it. But no blown coverages, nobody running free. So just over communicating. Like our coach said, if we are on the same page, even on the wrong page, but everybody's on the same page, we can make it happen.
I mean, that's just kind of playing football on your own, just reps and muscle memory, just being able to be put in those positions a lot of times and just making plays on the ball. You can feel the speed of the receiver, you know, and during the time of the play, you know, a play only could go for so long, you know, so once you just figure out that timing of it, you know, that's when you pick a chance to, you know, make a play on the ball.
When Joe Hayden mentioned no blown coverages, that's a theme now that we've heard from multiple players, over communication and how everyone really needs to stay on the same page. That's going to do it for us today. Don't forget to stick around for Coach Tomlin's post-practice press briefing. Again, tomorrow is the Players' Day off, but we'll see you on Wednesday for another Steelers Live.